Good afternoon everyone. We are Group D in Thursday's tutorial. My group members are Mahesh, Tarun, Ashwarya, Sharon and myself Zobia. Today we will be covering problem numbers 1 to 6. To calculate the present value of $10 million, we will use the PV formula. That is the sum of 333,333.33 divided by 1.08 raised to n. And over here the maximum n is 30. That would give us 3,752,594.41. And I did this using Excel, and however Excel lets you use the NPV formula directly, and that will give you the same result. Basically, if I were to receive the $10 million, I would receive it in full today. But if I got this over a period of 30 years, the value of the $10 million in today's term would be 3,754.41, and that's on the time value of money.
So we have to calculate the forward exchange rate that prevents covered interest arbitrage. So the 5-year interest rate on a pure discount bond in terms of dollars is 4.5% per annum, whereas in France the euro interest rate is 7.5 per annum on a similar pure discount bond in terms of euros. Therefore, the calculation for 5-year forward rate will be spot rate of dollars per euro today, which is $1.08 per euro, into 1 plus 5-year interest rate on dollar bond raised to the power of 5, which is 1.045 raised to the power of 5, over 1 plus 5-year interest rate on euro bonds raised to the power of 5, which is 1.075 raised to the power of 5, which gives us $0.9375 per euro.
So they have asked in the question which investment is better. So in order to find that, we can start with the euros return of investing. Directly could be calculated by taking 10% into the number of days that is given, which is 180, divided by the total number of days in a year, that is 360. So when you do that, you get an answer 5%. So by taking that 5%, we can multiply it with the 10 million euros, getting 10,500,000 euros in 180 days. This would be the investment for 180 days. So the same ways, these euros can be converted into francs at the spot rate of euros 1.1960. So when you calculate, you get 8,361,204 francs. So now if we do the same process using francs, we first so we'll get it by that is taking 8% per annum this time into the number of days, that is 180 divided by 360. So we get 4%. So when we take this 4% into 8,361,204 francs, we get 8,695,652 CHF, which is the interest less the principal. So now if we try to sell this amount at a 180 days forward rate, by taking the spot rate of 1.2024, we get 10,455,652 euros, which is comparatively lesser than 10,500,000. Therefore, in this case, it would be better to opt for directly investing in euros. So if this was an actual market, we can expect the investors to do a covered arbitrages and also borrow francs, which would lead to a rise in the CHF rates. So once the rate rises, they sell the CHF for euros in the forex, and also they deposit the purchased euros, which would eventually lead to a fall in the interest rate of euros, and then they would do the same process by purchasing CHF. So by doing this, they bring a balance in the market.
Interest rate parity theory suggests that the interest rate differentials between two countries should be equal to the differential between their forward and spot exchange rates. In other words, any money that you would make by taking advantage of interest rates, difference in interest rates, you would lose that in transaction costs. So in this case, let's first apply the general expression of IRP to this situation using the 180-day interest rate. This gives us 0.607%. When annualized, the interest rate on the franc that would prevent any arbitrage opportunities would be 1.2148%.
Now in this question, we are trying to find an interest covered arbitrage, and we are dealing in two currencies, the euros and the Malaysian ringgits. So in the first case, to start off, we borrow a loan in euros at the rate of 6.125%. Now step 2, we convert these euros for Malaysian ringgits, and we do it at the current exchange rate, which is 4.6602 Malaysian ringgits per euro. Now step 3 would be to use these ringgits and deposit them at the rate of 10.5%. And the last step would be to sell these ringgits principal amount plus any interest that we've earned for euros at the forward rate, which is 4.960 Malaysian ringgits per European euros. After the calculation, we are left with 1.0372 or 3.72%. But this is lower than the cost that we paid when borrowing euros in the first place. Thus, we do not make a profit in this case. So in this new case, we start off by borrowing a loan in Malaysian ringgits at 10.625%. Step 2 would be to convert these ringgits to euros at the current spot rate of 4.6622 Malaysian ringgits per euros. Step 3, we deposit these euros at an interest rate of 6% as an investment. Now lastly, the final step would be to sell these euros for Malaysian ringgits at the forward rate of 4.9500 Malaysian ringgits per euros. Now after the calculation, we have 1.1254 or otherwise 12.54%. Here we make profit because the amount that we gain is much higher than the amount that we gave for or the cost of interest that was incurred.
So as a grain importer, I would have to pay $377,287 in 90 days, and this is according to a contractual agreement. And now, for example, let's say that the yen price depreciates against the dollar value, then I would have to pay more yen to purchase my import in dollars, and this would lead to a huge amount of losses that cannot be reversed. So according to part B, there are two ways to hedge the risk. One is to purchase the dollars at a forward rate of $1 being valued at 106.02 Japanese yen. Or the other option would be to do money market hedging, which would mean that I would purchase the dollars I'm required to pay at the spot market today by calculating the present value of the dollars. So in part C, we are required to compare option 1 and option 2. Under option 1, we have to calculate the total amount we are required to pay. For this, with a forward rate of $1 being valued at 106.02 Japanese yen, multiplied with the total amount we are required to pay in dollars, which is 3,77,287, we get a total value of 39,999,967.74 Japanese yen that we are totally required to pay under option 1 with a forward rate. So according to option 2, to compute the money market hedging, we are required to follow 3 steps. Step 1 would be to calculate the present value of the amount of dollars we are required to pay at a given interest rate of 3.25% according to the question. Now for this, we need the de-annualized interest rate, which will be 3.25% into 90 divided by 360, which is and 360 being the number of days in an annual year, which will give us a total of 0.008125 as an interest rate. And now we can easily calculate the present value, which will be future value divided by 1 plus r raised to t, which will be $3,77,287 divided by 1 plus 0.008125, which will give us a total of $3,74,246.25, which will be the present value. Now for step 2, we have to calculate the cost of purchase, the cost of purchase of dollars in the spot market, which will be calculated by multiplying the forward rate of 106.02 Japanese yen per dollar multiplied by the present value we just calculated in step 1, which will give us a total value of 39,801,088.69 Japanese yen. So now in step 3, we are required to calculate the future value at an interest rate of 1.9375% per annum to compare it to option 1. So to calculate the future value, we require the purchase cost we calculated in step 2 multiplied by the de-annualized interest rate. The de-annualized interest rate would be 1.9375% multiplied by 90 divided by 360, which will give us a total value of 0.00484375. And now to calculate the future value, which will be present value multiplied by 1 plus r raised to t. And now this would be the purchase cost multiplied by the de-annualized interest rate, which will give us a total value of 39,993,875.21 Japanese yen.
Thank you for watching our presentation today. Looking forward to your feedback in the discussion forum.